Please watch to the end. Comment and respond to other people's comments.
A man who police say caused a crash in Albuquerque that killed 2 teenagers is now in jail. Police say on June 29th, Roger Wilson forced a car off the road on Central near Tingley Beach. 2 14-year-old girls died in that car. Officers say Wilson crashed his car into a tree about a mile away, then ran away. Police arrested Wilson yesterday. He's now facing several charges, including 2 counts of murder.
But first tonight, Albuquerque police say they have solved a deadly road rage case that ended with 2 teenage girls killed in a crash.
Police have arrested 27-year-old Roger Wilson for those murders back in June. News 13's Gabe Chavez has more on how police pieced together what happened.
Dean and Jessica, police responded to 2 crashes along Central that were about a mile apart. Tonight, they confirmed the 2 were related. Police say surveillance video and Facebook messages led them to the suspect. On a dark June night, just after midnight, police responded to a car that had flown through this fence near the intersection of Central and Tingley. 14-year-olds Alize Henson and Alyssa Salazar were killed. About a mile down the road on Central near Rio Grande, police find this car wrapped around a tree, but the driver is gone. The driver and his 16-year-old passenger from the first crash survived, telling police it was a case of road rage. They say they were hanging at Pat Hurley Park with the 2 girls when a stranger who was drinking started picking on them. They left the park, but the man, later identified as Roger Wilson, followed them. Surveillance video from nearby businesses would show Wilson ramming the back of their car near Yucca and Central. The scared driver starts driving 60 miles per hour on Central, trying to get away. But they say Wilson hits them again, and they go flying, crashing and killing the teens. Police say Wilson then slammed into a tree down the street and took off on foot. The day after the crash, the car Wilson was driving was reported stolen. Police were able to determine Wilson took his friend's car after drinking at Pat Hurley Park. Police say Wilson admitted in Facebook messages he had been in a crash while buzzed. Wilson has a lengthy criminal history that started in 2013 when he was 18 years old and was arrested for burglary. Since then, he's been arrested for other burglaries as well as auto and credit card theft and a domestic violence arrest back in 2016. Back to you.
All right, Gabe, thank you. Wilson is now facing 2 open counts of first-degree murder in this case.
The man charged in a deadly road rage crash that killed 2 teenage girls pled not guilty today. 27-year-old Roger Wilson is accused of ramming into a car along Central near Tingley in June. 14-year-olds Alyssa Salazar and Alize Henson died on scene. The driver and another man were taken to the hospital. Police say Wilson continued down Central, then crashed into a tree near Rio Grande and took off on foot. Wilson pled not guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder and other charges. He is already being held until trial.
The trial is underway for a man accused of killing 2 teenage girls in a road rage crash.
The defendant hits that vehicle, the blue Hyundai, and it ends up losing control and it flips through the gate into the parking lot of the beach apartments.
Jurors heard opening statements in the trial of Roger Wilson. Prosecutors say Wilson rammed into another car along Central near Tingley in the summer of 2022, causing that car to roll over. 2 14-year-olds, Alyssa Salazar and Alize Henson, were killed in that crash. 2 others were taken to the hospital. Those who survived the crash told police it started at Pat Hurley Park, where people were gathered and drinking. They say they got into an argument with Wilson, who then followed them and repeatedly bumped their Hyundai. The defense argues the people in the Hyundai beat up Wilson at the park, which is why he decided to follow them.
Didn't slam into, didn't crash into, bumps him. Because he's trying to figure out who these people are.
Shortly after the crash, Wilson crashed his own car into a tree down the road. He's facing first-degree murder and other charges. The trial is expected to last until next week.
A man who killed 2 teens in a deadly road rage incident in 2022 will spend the next 3 decades behind bars. Roger Wilson was found guilty of 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of great bodily injury by DWI, unlawful taking of a vehicle, and leaving the scene of an accident. Judge Brett Loveless sentenced Wilson to 32 years, followed by 5 years of supervised probation.
Is this the correct sentence?